Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and as we start this school year over here in the U.S., most kids started going back in the classroom after being home during the 2020 global pandemic. The conversations the parents and the administrators are having is really striking to me, and I think it directly reflects anxiety and uncertainty in adults and probably has less to do with the kids. I've been hearing a lot of conversations about loss. The loss of the last year, learning loss, is literally in every meeting. But why aren't we talking about resilience? I think we as a society are doing ourselves a disservice if we're not celebrating the resilience, both parents and the kids. There are real learning gaps, but this is about reframing from the negative, bad, and the terrible, right? You can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. So instead, celebrate what we can do right now to close that gap instead of it always being so negative. It's overwhelmingly clear. The majority of us parents totally suck at being teachers, and we are not that good at managing a home classroom, and we certainly weren't over this past year, me included. But we did do some things right, and I think you could probably tick off a few of the things that you did right. One way to find out is to ask our kids. Write a highlight reel about, ask them about the last year and talk about the successes. And as adults, we can do this too. We can write a highlight reel for the last year that focuses our attention to some of the positive, to give proof to the universe of our own resilience, to prove to ourselves we are resilient. I invite you to reflect on the past 18 months and to celebrate your resilience. You're here, for starters, right? You decided to listen to this micro podcast on happiness. That's incredible. You've already created one intentional margin today by pressing play for 2 hot minutes. I'm confident the list goes on and on. I think sometimes we forget in this business of just how much we've accomplished and just how resilient we actually are. And when I say in this business, I mean in this business of life. We forget to remind ourselves how much we've accomplished, okay? Girl, you've accomplished a lot. And if you enjoyed this episode of Everyday Happiness, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. So hit it wherever you're tuning into today so you never miss an episode.